Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Emmanuel Agbogun no dey happy the way people dey insult Monday Okpebholo for social media. He say some people dey talk say Monday Okpebholo too dull. He no fit make him own decision. Na people na dey talk for am. And this kind person, Monday Okpebholo, no fit be governor of Edo State because of his dullness. Emmanuel Agbogun don send message to those people wey dey talk say Monday Okpebholo dull. He say anytime they insult Monday Okpebholo, na Esan people na dem dey insult. Make I leave you, make you hear from Emmanuel Agbogun the message we bring come here today.
My Edo people, I want to let you all know that distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo has not spoken does not mean that he cannot speak or does not inform people that he is dull. Their position to calling Okpebholo a dull person is that the Esan people are dull people. Because today, any insult on Okpebholo is an insult on Esan people. Any insult on distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo ascribing him as a dull person is sending a clear message to Esan people that they don't know how to vote, and that who they voted to represent them in the red chambers at Abuja is a dull person. You can imagine even when the governor came, the aspirant of the APC came all out to tell the world that he has been able to attract the repair and maintenance and upgrade of the Bini, Auchi, Epoma dual carriage and single carriageway and dual carriage in making project. They seem to be addressing him as a dull person rather than for them to say that yes, this is what is expected of the man and congratulate him the way some of us have also congratulated the governor, but he has done better. Rather, they have told the part of coining out propaganda to say he's a dull person. However, a warm good evening to you all, my conscious Edo people. I remain no other person than yours, noble right activist, comrade Agbogun Emmanuel. This very evening, I am out to call a spade a spade. It is obviously obvious and crystal clear that people who intend to continue leadership in Edo State are bereaved of ideas, are bereaved of ensuring that the right thing, campaign of ideas, campaign of issues are the order of the day. I want you guys to look obviously into what has dominated the social media space. I want you guys to understand that despite the fact that the aspirant of the APC in the person of Senator Monday Okpebholo is busy seeing how he can continuously attract the dividends of democracy to Edo people before vying for the office of the governorship seat of Edo State, with his current office as the senator representing the good people of Edo Central. A lot of people are out there calling him all sorts of names, casting aspersion on him, addressing him as somebody who is a dullard, addressing him as somebody who is incapable of managing the affairs of Edo State. How laughable that may is. It is also very obvious that the PDP media agents across the globe are also bereaved of ideas, having it been that they have governed Edo State for the past 5.5 years. It is obviously obvious also that they fail to understand that politics in the 21st century must be driven on issues based. I put it to you that despite the fact that they have a ruling government in Edo State, they cannot come forward to tell us their achievements, what it has been all the while. The only thing you hear them talking about is Obaseki is working, Obaseki is working, Obaseki is working. And I also said, because I know that I'm not a biased mind, that Obaseki has a pocket of projects around that they have been showing on air drones, showing on landscape reportage, showing on all forms of reporting as the case may be. But if you ask them to tell you about the governance of Obaseki, they seem to lose touch. What have their basis been is strictly on campaign of calumny, propaganda and deceit. You could remember a few days ago I spoke about the false press release of the Deputy Campaign Director Media of the PDP Campaign Council in the person of Reverend Olu Martins, after which none of them have been able to come out to say that what their media campaign deputy director said was a clear fact, that Interpol was after Dennis Idahosa. On all their media platforms, they seem not to come out with any position on the matter, rather than coming out to cast aspersion on Dennis that he has not even entered government office and is taking people to court. What other lawful way do you expect a man who his character has been assassinated and his personality maligned to tell or to toe? At this junction, I also want to draw the attention of all those across the globe, because one, in their quest to further mislead Edo people, they have also written my name as a member of the media team of Edo APC, and also written the names of few persons who are ascribed as comrades in their day-to-day activities and nomenclature as it concerns governance in the state. You all know Mama P, as she's popularly called. Her name is Precious. I don't really have a very close rapport with her, but I've seen what has greeted the Edo social media space because she has criticized the underperformance and performance of Obaseki, owing to the fact that she is not convinced that Obaseki has done so much for Edo people with the much accrued resources to the state government. Having said that, I also want to ask, if the APC does not come up with the campaign council membership, how does that affect the PDP? The PDP as of today, even before the ban of election was lifted, had already started campaigning. What should speak for the PDP is the enormous projects across Edo State, as they have so claimed. But I put it to you, that because they know that they have cankerworms in their cupboard, because they know that all what they preach they cannot practice. As of today, they tell you they run an e-system, when it comes to do with procurement of government laws, as it has to do with the appropriation of projects and laws for Edo people. As of today, if you go to the Edo State portal, you cannot get any single information as it has to deal with financial accountability that has to talk about running costs and expenditure and internally generated revenue and revenues accrued to Edo State from FAC, from borrowings, and from IGRO. It's so painful today that when Edo is supposed to be benefiting from the humongous projects of the governor, people are busy casting aspersion on the well-nurtured and well-breeded opposition of Edo State, being the APC. My Edo people, I want to let you all know that distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo has not spoken does not mean that he cannot speak or does not inform people that he is dull. Their position to calling Okpebholo a dull person is that the Esan people are dull people. Because as today, any insult on Okpebholo is an insult on Esan people. Any insult on distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, ascribing him as a dull person, is sending a clear message to Esan people that they don't know how to vote, and that who they voted to represent them in the red chambers at Abuja is a dull person. You can imagine even when the governor came, the aspirant of the APC came all out to tell the world that he has been able to attract the repair and maintenance and upgrade of the Bini, Auchi, Epoma dual carriage and single carriageway and dual carriage in making project. They seem to be addressing him as a dull person rather than for them to say that yes, this is what is expected of the man and congratulate him the way some of us have also congratulated the governor, but he has done better. Rather, they have told the part of coining out propaganda to say he's a dull person. However, I want to believe if a dull man has been able to become the #1 citizen of his constituency amidst intellectuals, amidst people like Asunwa Igodalo, amidst great men from Edo Central. I don't want to mention names, but I can go on and on, where you have the likes of Senator what's it called, Odia, where you have the likes of Michael Nolimeme, where you have the likes of General Sesi, a lot of great minds, Okpebholo was able to clinch the ticket and win the elections without making noise. I think people should begin to learn that it shouldn't be business as usual. Coming all out to promise Edo people that I will do this at the end of the day, it doesn't come to pass. Don't forget, I keep asking, what has happened to Gelegele Seaport? What has happened to Industrial Park? Edo people seem to forget, but I want to remind most of those of us who were present on the social media when this Industrial Park was brought to the limelight. People like Emmanuel Roms, one of the well-spoken and intellectual breeded men of Edo, came out to say that what the governor was doing in Iyanomo, destroying his farms and properties and farmland of others, will not yield any result for Edo people. It is 7 years down the line. Nothing seems to be working. Nothing seems to be working. It is obviously obvious. It is obviously obvious that Edo people can no longer tolerate this act of propaganda and indiscipline. It is secondly very painful and very, very sad today that the PDP media wing feels that they can also deceive Edo people the way they have deceived Edo people when it came to the issue of Togba. Ask them. Those persons who supported Togba are coming out to say they can no longer support Togba. Now what is reigning in town is that they are looking for APC members who are tired of being in the opposition, who wants to see and test the field of governance as party stakeholders and party faithful. They are going around pricing them in town. Don't be too surprised that in the coming weeks, you shall see a lot of young men who feel that, oh, it is their turn to benefit from the wealth of Edo resources now that Obaseki has thrown the vote open because he wants his godson to take over the stage. You will see them casting aspersion that the APC is going down the drain. You can also see them some few days ago when I said I was going to come out to respond, where they said Adams Ali Oshomole and Pastor Sage Zeyamu is in a rift over the campaign council list of the APC. I asked, how does that translate to the aims and aspiration of the PDP and their medias as it partake and partook under the Edo 2024 governorship election? My people, may una shine on eye well. May una shine on eye well. Because what we dey see for Edo, I don't believe in what we supposed to expect from a governor that has been overwhelmingly supported to ensure that he delivers on the basis of good governance. But at the end of the day, after fighting godfatherism, he has reduced Edo to an executive branch of Lagos homeboys, claiming to be Edo homeboys, whereas they are far from being homeboys in our very Edo state. Let me take it a little stop and remind Edo people that governance under Governor Godwin Obaseki has accrued over ₦1 trillion and has nothing visible to show to Edo people where over 500 billion naira has been spent, whether on infrastructure, whether on health, whether on schools, whether on roads. Name whatever kind of infrastructure, there's nothing to show to the extent of which money has been accrued to them. Not to talk about the fact that Governor Godwin Obaseki has kept us at the peg of over 300 billion naira borrowings. Edo is still begging for fresh breath, fresh air, and renewed hope. Let me remind the Edo people that the much awaited governance that we need can only be done and carried out by people with calculated minds. Not people who can come out and speak from today to tomorrow as if they have been able to change water to wine the way Jesus Christ did in Nazareth. What we want in Edo are people who are humble, who can actually listen and sieve from what is good and what is for and what is bad. My conscious Edo people, I am standing out this afternoon talking to you guys because I know that the APC has a lot to do in terms of achieving good governance in Edo State. That is why I'm urging you guys that as soon as the campaign bells and campaign councils are set up, you will hear how the distinguished senator and the APC campaign council will tell the world what they intend to do. and how they intend to manage Edo resources in a far more better stretch. As I speak to you this evening, all the issues raised about FAC allocation, about IGRO, and about expenditure appropriation of government, go to all their platform. No one seems to have answered it. Rather, they are into character assassination. Rather, they are into misinformation and propaganda. They are into issues misleading Edo people from the core issues. The only thing you see them talking is that governor has increased salary. Governor has run the Edo well. Tell us how Edo has been run well remains a problem for them. However, I can give some of them a sense of direction if they fail not to understand what my position is. They should go to Apostle Inosa's wall to tell Apostle Inosa and see what Apostle Inosa is doing to showcase to Edo people, even if he has not been able to convince Edo people in generality. But he seems to be having a direction. Unlike them who are busy assassinating the character of either APC governorship aspirant today or that of the deputy governorship aspirant. Let Edo breathe. Let us have a sense of decent and partisan democracy as it ought to be, not within the shores of propaganda, misinformation, and obvious abuse and gross abuse of activities rocking the 2024 general elections in Edo State, as the case may be. Edo is a place governed by elites. Edo is a place where good morals and sound minds always breed the affairs of governance in the state. Let us not be carried away by these failed agents who want to stop at nothing but propaganda. Propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. I ask, what has the list of APC campaign council that has nothing to do with PDP be the issue of PDP? How many times have you heard any of us come out to say that this person made it to the PDP campaign list, this other person did not make it to the PDP campaign list? It is because they are bereaved of ideas. It is because there is a distance between governance and the people that propagated the government. It is because there is a distance between actual reality on ground of the developmental strife that are taking place in the state and what they are being made to understand. I ask, they say Edo State government is one on e-procurement. Where are the evidences to show that Edo has been practicing e-procurement? Our Edo State website is as moribund as a non-existing state without an internet website. We all know what internet is in this 21st century. Go and check if you can see the financial records and statements of Edo State government within the last 7.5 years. It can never appear on their platform because there is a huge misappropriation that has greeted that platform, which they can no longer sustain. My question to the people, I want to end by saying, let us allow APC nominate, let us allow APC declare and come up with their campaign council list before you start criticizing them. Leave Pastor Sageze Yamu and Oshomole alone. Talk about Aswan Igodalo and what they intend to do. Forget about the APC. The APC is not the only party running for elections. The APC is not the only party that has candidates in these general elections. There are over 5 political parties. Over 5 political parties. Talk about the rest. Leave the APC alone. Assuming the APC is not important, assuming the APC is not standing tall, would you be talking about us? Bother yourself on Labour Party. They won the state in the last election. Why bother yourself about a party who virtually won the 2 senatorial seats and also came second in the presidential elections? We all know how the PDP won elections in Edo State. Ovia is a case study. How they went to manipulate figures from 41 to 441. How they went to manipulate figures from 60 to 960. The tribunal set the record straight very recently. Those were the kind of elections they brought. If there's anybody that have intimidated the electorate and denied people of their rights to vote, I think what happened in Ego is a case study between Natasha and the young man who was intimidated because he refused to bow to the forces of godfatherism in the state. Let us not be carried away. The act of misappropriation and electoral abuses that have been conducted in Edo State, I think the PDP should be the ones to answer if there is a matter of investigation. Having said so, I want to end by saying Edo will be great again. Bye for now. But remember, Senator Monday Okpebholo is the best candidate to run for Edo 2024. He has an influence over the presidency, and he can always attract federal might and federal strength and federal will and federal influence to Edo State, whatever means. But you can see the way he has started by ensuring that Benin Auchi Road is attended to. Once again, I remind another person that just noble right activist. I want to take it hot for now. Join me live tomorrow 10 a.m. where I'll be telling you issues about the way forward in Edo 2024. Bye for now.
Now we don't hear from Emmanuel Agbogun. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share them. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.